All right. So, guys, look, man, it is a phenomenal time to be alive, and it's a phenomenal time to be in e-estate. I'm telling you guys right now, every day I get more and more excited about what we have our hands on here, the potential that we have. I keep seeing news articles and things that's coming out talking about why tokenization is definitely going to revolutionize our entire financial market, but more importantly, why the tokenization is actually going to revolutionize real estate as it stands right now. If you guys haven't been looking at what is happening, I don't know what you've been doing, but you got to pay attention to what's going on in this space because the writing is on the wall. All the things that we have been looking for are here right now. All right. So I want to jump into a couple of things really quick. I'm going to start out with some announcements, but before I do that, guys, make sure you get a message out to your teams. You do not want them to miss this information. There's going to be people coming back like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? They're going to want to know what happened on this. And I understand that people are busy, but you want to get your teams in here to make sure that they get this information. We're going to be covering some very, very important things today. All right. So thank you to my wife also for co-hosting. Y'all drop some hearts and hundreds for my wife jumping in and assisting with co-hosting as well to make sure we have a very efficient presentation and session today. So that's absolutely phenomenal also. But let me get into this because I'm super excited. Some of you may have already seen, I dropped some of the chats. I put it on my Facebook and everything. We have some agent achievements to recognize today, some people on the team in our organization who are making some incredible things happen. And I want you guys to help me celebrate them today. All right. I want you guys to help me celebrate them today. We have 2 new agent level 6 recognitions to do today. We have Lynn Hamilton, which I know she told me she may not be able to get on the presentation today. She had a lot of things going on, but I want to tell you guys that Lynn Hamilton rocked agent level 6 in record time. I want you guys to understand in just over 5 months, she's been able to accomplish agent level 6. But you know, anytime we see Lynn's name, it's just rightful that we see also Maurice's name. They come together. I call them the dynamic duo, and they both hit agent level 6 today. Now, what I want to do is I want to go in and I want to show you guys the significance of agent level 6 because some people don't get it, right? Like some people like, hey, you may just get started or maybe you haven't went in and dissected the compensation plan to see exactly what this means here, guys. But this means, I'm going to share my screen really quick. This means right here, if you look at the screen, this means that they have achieved $100,000 of qualified digital real estate sales in that short period of just a little over 5 months. As a matter of fact, I think it's less than that for them. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Lynn joined in July. So it's less than in about 4 months. I think Lynn joined sometime late in mid-July or something. So in about 4 months, she's already gotten there. I think Maurice joined in late June or in July also. So I'm telling you guys, these guys are absolutely crushing it, making it happen. So I thank you guys for the hearts and hundreds. And what I want you guys to understand is that this is showing you what's possible for you as well, right? How many of y'all ready to get to agent level 6? If you're ready to knock out agent level 6, let me see those hearts and hundreds again. Agent level 6, all my people ready to get to agent level 6. $100,000 is what is the turnover here. Now, this is why I say this is so significant. Because this is not just $100,000 of volume. This means that with this is $100,000 of qualified volume. Now, here's why I say qualified volume. Because through this process, here's with this agent compensation plan, when it comes to achieving these agent levels, your personal investments are the only thing that count for 100%. Oh, I'm teaching already. I hope you guys get there. I'm teaching a little bit already, just talking about their recognition. I want you guys to get this. Only their personal investments counts 100% towards their agent turnover. Their first level, this is the people they refer. So the people they refer, those purchases, right? Those purchases count 80% towards their turnover. So if somebody came in with 10,000 on their first level, they directly referred them, then that means that $8,000 is credited towards their volume or turnover. Hold on, let me make this live for you. So that means when those people refer people on that second level, that's 40%. So if somebody came in with $10,000 on that second level, only $4,000 is accredited to their turnover. On the third level, it's only 20%. Ooh, I hope y'all are getting it now. Are y'all getting how powerful this is? Look, on their fourth level, it's only 10%. Somebody comes in with $1,000, they get with $10,000, they get $1,000 credited towards their volume. On the fifth level through the eighth level, somebody comes in with $10,000, they get $500 credited to their volume. So this is not just them getting $100,000 in just agent sales, right? This is qualified agent sales. This is significant that they've been able to accomplish this. Now, here's what I want to tell you. This goes along with the mindset thing too, a little bit, right? So I'm going to tell you. So when you're going to set out this, I want you to know what's possible for you to achieve. And as a matter of fact, the fastest people to get here haven't even joined yet. We had somebody like Brandon Ivy who came in and rocked it, right? And he got to agent level 4 in record time too, right? So he got to agent level 4. I think it was like a week. It only took him, right? It's like a week. He said, I'm at agent level 4. I knocked this thing out, right? We're going to have people who come in day 1 agent level 4s. We're going to have people come in that are day 2 agent level 5. Day 3 agent level 6. 1 week agent level 10. It's only a matter of time. That's how fast things are growing with E-Estate. Don't let anybody confuse you. Don't let anybody confuse you or fool you. Man, if that just got you excited right there, let me see those hearts and hundreds again. Let me know who's getting excited off of this, guys. I am so excited about what we have, right? And here's the mindset that I want you guys to understand, right? Whatever you desire is possible here, right? Whatever level of success you desire is possible here. If you commit and put your mind to it, you can do it, guys. I'm telling you, over here, I've seen so many incredible things. I want to give a big shout out to our top agent, Crypto Mason, Martin McLean, agent level 9. He's on the call with us today. Look, he's on the Agent Accelerator, and he's the top agent in the company. That I want to tell you, success leaves clues. What you want to do, right? Because this is what I firmly believe. Most game is caught, not taught. I want y'all to get this. Most of the time, the stuff that you need to know the most is caught, not taught. So I want you to understand, catch this. He is on the Agent Accelerator, and he's the top agent in the company. What am I trying to tell you? There's power in showing up. If you can get consistent with showing up to as many things as you can, guess what'll happen? You're going to get indoctrination. You're going to get indoctrinated in this, right? You're going to get the information on a deeper level, right? Here's another thing. Ooh, y'all write this in your notes if you're taking notes, right? Immersion increases conversion. What? Immersion increases conversion. The more you immerse yourself in this information, the more you immerse yourself in this culture, the more you immerse yourself in the atmosphere of a winner, you will increase the level of conversion. Why? Because here's what I always said, right? If we're talking about digital real estate sales, sales is simply a transfer of belief. See, you got to get it deep down inside to where you believe on another level. And it'll be easy for you to transfer that belief to somebody else when you talk to them. If you're having a problem getting people to get it here, it's probably because you need to work on your own belief. I know that's a tough thing to say. Somebody's like, "Hey, Anthony, people are not joining me. People are not seeing it. They don't get it." You probably aren't totally sold out yet. You probably need to immerse yourself into more information. You probably need to get yourself there because once you get there, you get around these people who are winning. Stay away from those people who are negative. Stay away from those people who are always contradictory to everything that you're trying to do. Stay away from the people who don't see your dream. Stay away from those people who are not trying to help you win and get around the people who are ready to win, the people who are winning, and the people who are helping you win. And once you get around them, your belief goes to another level. And what happens is that when you talk to somebody, that conviction comes through easily and effortlessly. I'm talking good right now. A lot of people don't want to hear this stuff, right? But I'm telling you, this is the stuff that allows the successful people to achieve next level success. That's why we have massive momentum right now. Can I prove to you massive momentum? Can I show you guys the type of momentum we have? People come in and say, Anthony, you rock this thing. You came in, you did your thing. Yep. I did my thing, right? I'm not gonna deny, I'm not gonna knock that, right? But here's what I want to tell you. I want to show you. As a matter of fact, I like showing you. I like documentation better than conversation, right? So let me show you some documentation. I'm gonna show my Facebook, and it's rarely ever that I show my Facebook, but I'm gonna show my Facebook really quick, right? And I think I just saw a message from my guy. Look, I want this for everybody. If you got somebody trying to get into the call today, if they are not, if they have a name, right? I want y'all to get this. If their name is iPhone, Samsung, I don't know why they're using Android. I'm just picking. I'm just joking because my guy Jackson is on the call. But if they have a name like iPhone, Samsung, Android, laptop, or whatever, they're not getting in, right? We're trying to keep a clean Zoom room. So just have them change their name so they can get in the room. They'll be admitted once they have a appropriate name on their Zoom, for their Zoom handle. All right. Everybody got that? Let me get the hearts and hundreds if you got that, right? We've been putting that out in the chats. We want to have a very clean. We ain't letting the Zoom crashers come in and crash our party. That's what they try to do. So we're not letting them in. But if they have like anything else, make sure they change it. All right. So here is the thing, guys. I want you guys to get this. I shared on November 10th. I shared this. I shared that we had achieved 438 real estate deals, right? That was in 5 months. We had achieved 438 real estate deals, right? We achieved 155 deals since my last post. That was 24 days ago. That was on November the 10th. That's what I shared. Let me I want to let y'all see. Can I let y'all see where we at right now? Can I let y'all see where we at right now? Hold on. Let me show you. I told you documentation beats conversation. Guys, we are at 844 real estate deals right now. And if I refresh the screen, it's probably more. Let me refresh the screen really quick. I want to see where we are in real time right now. Let me refresh the screen. Let's see if we have any more. Well, are we still at 844 real estate deals completed in just over 5 months. Hold on. Let me explain. 438 on November the 10th. It's not even December the 10th. And in less than 30 days, we've almost doubled what we did in the first 5 months. If you think that's massive momentum, let me see the hearts and hundreds. In the last 30 days, we've almost equaled what we did in the first 5 months. What? This is the type of momentum that we have right now. Guys, it is absolutely go time right now. If it's never been go time before, if you've never been able to get involved in a massive opportunity from the very beginning, this is it, guys. I don't know what you're waiting for. A lot of us, I see leaders on, and a lot of us have achieved some amazing success. But here's the thing. I want to tell you, I already know everything that I've done before. We're going to shoot by that. We're going to shoot by that like a rocket. We're shooting all this success that I had before, the tens and millions and all this, the eight figures and all that stuff. Look, I don't even count all of that stuff before. You know why? Because it's going to get blown out the water by what we have right now. And this is the thing when I talk about with momentum, what happens with momentum, it starts out slow, but it builds up fast and then it becomes uncontrollable. Here's what I want you guys to know. We're about to walk a season of uncontrollable success. What? How many of you all are ready to experience uncontrollable success? Like it's out of the way. Can I tell you, Martin McLean right now could go and he could sit in his closet in his house and say, I don't want to make any more sales. I don't want to make any more sales. I don't want to make any more sales. I don't want to grow. I don't want to make any more money. And guess what's going to happen? The money is going to drop consistently every single day, like clockwork. It's uncontrollable growth right now. But here's where it is. You got to get started. You got to bring it all back. You see the vision, you get the excitement, and then you got to get started. But what I want you to get started with that same energy that you had right then. We were just talking about it when we were envisioning the success, the uncontrollable success and everything. What I want you to come back is I want you to get started with that same type of energy. Here's why, because I got to get you guys to understand this. Wealth and success is a high energy result. It is a high energy result. And that doesn't mean you got to be animated or hype like me, right? You don't have to do it. But I think you all could tell that someone like Brandon Ivy has a high energy for success. If you could tell that with Brandon Ivy, I want to see some hearts and hundreds. Right? If you could tell, that's a high energy for success. When you see somebody coming in, you know they got a high energy for success. And here's one of the things that I always say: I'm a numbers guy. I come from the banking world. I can't help it. Right? I look. All I got to do is check results. Hold on. Look, I don't talk too much. Like I got this before. I said, look, I'm humble when it comes to how I operate. But you can check my numbers. I ain't average. I'll never be average. Woo, y'all gotta have that confidence, guys. You gotta have that knowing, right? That I will never get average results, right? Because look, you're gonna come with the right energy to things, right? So let's go ahead and rock, man. I'm jacked to the ceiling, right? So I want to talk about a few things right now. Look, I want to ask, how many people already got their tickets to Miami? If you got your tickets to the Miami Summit, let me see the hearts and hundreds, hearts and hundreds, hearts and hundreds. Miami Summit people, hearts and hundreds. If you got your tickets already, let me see it. Represent really quick. Hearts and hundreds. There you go. Love it. I want to see you guys in the building. I want to shake your hands. I want to take pictures with you. And look, for some of you, I'm ready to recognize you on stage. We're recognizing the agent level 4s and above on stage, like right there up front in front of everybody. I want to how many of you already know you're going to be recognized in January 31st for the Miami Summit? If you already know you're going to be recognized, let me see those hearts and hundreds again. I'm asking you guys to participate because I need y'all to stay with me. I don't need y'all falling asleep and stuff, right? I need y'all to stay with me. All right, there you go. I need you guys there in the building. Get your tickets for Miami. Get your team. Make sure that they got their tickets. How about this? Do you guys know that you can order more than one ticket? What if you know you have a team member that needs to make it there, right? Get them their ticket and do an incentive for somebody on your team to get there. This is what leaders do. Do an incentive for your team to get there, to be in the room, all of this stuff. Hey, look, if you make it to agent level, here's the thing. You can come out with an incentive. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm just giving a suggestion. You can come out with an incentive that says, if you make it to agent level 4, I'll pay for your ticket to Miami. All you got to do is get your travel arrangements. Now, some of y'all want to take it even further. Hey, look, get the agent level 6. Or you can, here's what we have, right? Here's a quick thing. If we have people who come in, right, because we have an incredible passive income opportunity, you can simply say, hey, look, if you can say, I'm just giving some suggestions now. This is leadership. So I'm saying if you're a leader, you can come in and say, hey, look, if you purchase whatever, I got an incentive for anybody that comes in and they purchase the whatever. What let's just the Phoenix, Arizona commercial property. I got an incentive where I'm going to pay for your 2-night hotel stay. That's up to you. You don't have to. I'm just saying some incentives for you. You can put some things out there for your leadership, for your team, whatever you want to do. There's always great incentives that you can put out there for people, right? And so those are things that you can lead from the front with, right? So this is what leaders find a way to creatively lead from the front to help their help. See, as a leader, I'm not trying to make people, I'm not trying to shape people into something they aren't. I'm trying to pull what I know is already in them out of them. I already know there's an agent level 10 in a lot in my leaders. All I'm trying to do is pull that level 10 out of them. I'm not trying to do anything else but pull the greatness out of them that I can already see in them. That's what leadership is about, right? Leadership also is going to recognize where they are, right? And so what I love about this is I recognize where somebody is, and maybe they may not be at the point where they want to be. But here's one thing about a leader: I may see where you are, but I'm a leader. I'm committed to not letting you stay there. I might see what you're dealing with, but I'm committed to help you work through it if you're committed to get through it. Woo. So I don't like for people to come to me with problems if they're not ready to work towards a solution and think through a solution. Right? Because when I start talking about solutions, if you want to start ignoring me, then I can't work with that. But I can work with anybody who's like, hey, look, Anthony, this is what I got going on. If you came to me and say, hey, Anthony, look, I got a lot of stuff going on. I can only come in with $100. That's cool. That's all I need. If you got $100 and you ready and willing to put in some work, I can work with you. We can get you to agent level 10. I have no doubt about it. But you need to be ready to commit, right? I always evaluate two things, right? When it comes to a leader, this is for leaders. This is a leadership talk, guys. When it comes to leaders, here's two things I evaluate, right? Look, there's two ways to get to the level of success or to achieve anything you want. One of the ways is going to be open your wallet. The other way is to roll up your sleeves. If your wallet is empty, you might want to get ready to roll up your sleeves, be ready to put in that work. If you ain't ready to put in that work, I hope you got something in that wallet. That comes along with anything. Woo. That comes along with anything. Look, I tell them, like, hey, look, you ain't got to have a whole lot of money, but if you ain't got a lot of money, you better roll them sleeves up. Let's get ready. Let's put in this work. I'm going to get in the trenches with you. But if you're not ready to do the trench work, I can't help you make this work. All right, I got to get off that. Let me go in. I want to talk about how many of you all right now have seen the promo. If you've seen the promo, and I'm gonna get it pulled up here. If you've seen the promo, first I'm gonna pull up the promo. And let me tell you guys, the company doesn't come out with promos just to be like, hey, we just wanted another promo, right? Here, let me go in here. I'm gonna pull this up so I could get here. But if you guys have seen the promos, I want you guys to understand that the company came up with these promos. Hold on, let me airdrop this to myself. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna airdrop this to myself. All right. Looks like somebody's trying to get in. All right, I'm gonna airdrop this here. Boom, there it is. Let me open this. There we go. All right, let me stop sharing this. Let me pull this up. We have an amazing promo right now, and I love that the company came out with a promo. I actually sent some promo ideas out to the company, and they put together something better than I ever imagined. Right? This is our promo, the E-Estate property bonus for Christmas. Now, this is until December 31st, right? So this is until December 31st. And let's walk through this promo. Make sure that you guys are taking notes, okay? Make sure that you guys are taking notes on this. If you didn't understand the promo and everything, I'm going to explain this promo here for you so you guys can understand it, all right? So let me pull it up here really quick. We're going to go through this promo. Boom. All right. Here is the E-Estate Christmas Property Bonus promo for December 2025. I'm gonna have to close this Facebook because it's making too much noise for me, guys. Let me see. It keeps coming on and all right, there we go. All right. So the holiday season is the perfect moment to strengthen your investment portfolio. I want you guys to understand that this is exactly what it is. This is an opportunity for you to strengthen your investment portfolio. E-Estate is launching an exclusive bonus, launching exclusive bonuses for investors who want to maximize their capital growth before the end of the year. Here are the December bonuses for tokenized real estate purchases. If you purchase the lake house, you're going to get a bonus of 500 ETK. Man, if y'all think that is phenomenal right there, drop some hearts and hundreds for me. Let me see. Who think that's incredible? 500 ETK when you actually purchase the lake house. Let me tell you what that means. That means you get to spin our money wheel 5 times. And I'm going to spin the money wheel today so you guys can see how that process works as well, right? So that's you get to spin that money wheel 5 times. When you purchase the Phoenix, Arizona commercial property, your bonus is 25 EST. Remember, EST is $10 each. That's $250 that you can purchase a share of that lake house property we just added to the platform. So now you get 2 properties for the price of 1. So you buy the commercial and it comes along with enough EST for you to purchase a share of the lake house property that we have. Here's the second thing. The Los Angeles land plot, right? That's like 51,000, right? The Los Angeles land plot. But look, here's what I want. You get not only the Los Angeles land plot, but when you purchase that one, you get 312 EST that allows you to purchase a share of the villa in Los Angeles as well. So you get the Los Angeles land plot plus the Los Angeles villa together when you make that purchase. Incredible. You can really strengthen your portfolio right now with these bonuses, right? Now, the bonuses apply to all purchases made through December 31st. After this date, the program will close. So keep that in mind. December 31st. This is when you have the ability to do that. All right. So guys, this promo right here is phenomenal. I want you guys to lock in with it. Use this to your advantage when you're talking to people. This is going to be this will be an incentive for them to actually make their purchase if they're ready before December 31st. This is an incentive for you to make your purchase before December 31st. I want you to get out there, start talking about this to people, right? We've already had people taking advantage of this already. And as a matter of fact, y'all want this? I'm going to go in and purchase a share of the lake house property today on the call. Y'all want to see that? Is that something y'all want to see? Right? If y'all want to see that, let me see the hearts and hundreds. I'm going to do that today so you guys will see that also, right? Now, I got another thing I want to share. So we're going to talk about this Christmas bonus that we have here, and we're going to talk about you guys leveraging this Christmas bonus as well, because the Christmas bonus well, it's not the bonus, it's this one is the Christmas challenge. Let me say that right. The Christmas challenge is next level. So I'm going to stop the share on that, and I'm going to start the share on the Christmas challenge one so that we can talk about that. All right. So here is the Christmas Power Challenge. This is something that I mentioned to them about doing a challenge, and because challenges are big things right now, and I thought that it would be a good idea for us to do a challenge, and I love what they came up with. So this is the Christmas Power Challenge. You can win a Phoenix property, LA villas, or cash rewards, right? Now, this lasts from December the 9th. So this is from today until January the 8th. So you got 30 days with this. Now, in order for you to be entered into the Power Challenge, you do have to send an email to support Emily. Man, let's give a big shout out to Emily, right? Have you guys used Emily before? Right? Have you guys reached out to Emily before? We got the best customer service in the entire game right now. Look, let's do some hearts and hundreds for Emily. Emily is absolutely amazing. She's a one-man army right here. Look, if you guys have interacted with Emily and seen how powerful and how on point she is, let's see those recognition, those reactions. All right. So that's powerful right there. So we got Emily. Let's talk about this power challenge though. Let me go over the details to make sure that everybody understands it. right? So in order for you to participate over here, what you have to do, you got to send the Power 2025 code to support, right? To Emily, right? After you do that, only after you do that, any EST purchases and sales will be counted in the ranking. Important, all sales for this challenge will not be credited to your upline agent. Your results belong entirely to you. I had some people reach out to me and was like, Anthony, what does this mean? Let me tell you what this means. Every man for himself. All right, y'all. Look, here's what I want to tell you. You don't have to worry about your upline beating you because they're your upline. Y'all, how many of y'all think that's fair? How many of y'all think? If you think that's fair, let me see the fire. Let me see something. Hundreds, hearts, whatever. That's fair. Your sales are your sales. Your sales are your sales. So I love this. Even as a leader myself, I want my people to have the same advantage that I want them to have the same level playing field that I have. So if you guys come in and you get in the trenches and you put in the work to make this happen, guess what, guys? You're going to have an opportunity to win. Look, you will be a leader who is sitting back resting on their laurels if you out there in the trenches making it happen. See, some leaders, they stop producing up front. They start just look, they go out of momentum. I'm gonna tell the truth about leaders. There's some leaders, they look, here's what they do. They go from momentum, and then sometimes they lose momentum because they go from them doing the work up front to managing. Mm. See, they shift their gears. Sometimes leaders shift gears, and I'm not saying you don't have to shift gears, but what I'm saying is when you shift gears and you go into managing instead of producing, guess what? There's going to be some people that's going to come out and they're going to pull in front of you. You got to find the balance between, yes, you want to help everybody else navigate their growth, but you still got to put up numbers for yourself. That's one of the things I pride myself with doing. I'm going to put up numbers all the time myself. I brought in over $350,000 worth of sales personally myself, over 130 people personally that's enrolled with me, right? I'm not bragging. I'm just showing you that I'm leading from the front and I'm going to lead by example. So if anybody ever tell you that Anthony's not out there doing it, I'm telling you that it was a lie, right? Like, I'm out here making it happen, right? I'm still doing it. I'm still in the trenches. But I'm also on private calls. I was just on a private call this morning with the leader. I was on private calls all last week with leaders. I was helping my leaders and help manage their growth as well. All right, y'all getting it? How many of y'all understanding what I'm talking about? If you understand, you got to find that balance, but you got to still put out there. You still got to produce. Look, this is the actual challenge. But here's what you're going to get, guys. Right? You will receive either that. Look, there's going to be winners, and each finalist will receive their prizes: EST, ETK, and USD, along with the official December Power Challenge recognition. So you're going to get some recognition from this. You're going to be able to get people are going to win a Phoenix property, the LA villas, and some cash rewards by you coming in and participating and getting out there and knocking it out, helping some people earn passive income through this tokenized real estate space. All right. So that's incredible right there. So we have that promo. Everybody understand the promo? If you understand the promo, let me see the hearts and hundreds really quick. Hearts and hundreds. We're going hearts and hundreds if you understand the promo there. There you go. I see it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So here's what I want to start talking about here, right? I want to start talking about a little bit about some of the things that have been coming to my attention, right? So one of the things that people have been asking me about is like, with getting started, how to talk to people, how to get there, right? How to make this happen. Here's what I want you guys to understand, that there's some incredible things that we could do to get in front of some people, right? And there's a different, and I just want to tell you, there's a different process, right? In order for you to do this. Here's one thing that, let me stop my share really quick. Here's one thing that I want to talk about really quick, right? And I want you guys to understand it and want you to hear my heart, right? A lot of times we come into this, and because a lot of us come from network marketing and come from that thing, this is a different beast than network marketing. right? And I want to be sincere as I talk about this. This is a different beast than your traditional network marketing company, your traditional MLM company. And you're probably wondering, like, hey, Anthony, what do you mean by this? I'm used to this. I'm used to that. I've been doing this and I've been doing that. I don't approach this like a traditional network marketing company because it is the company doesn't even want to be classified as a network marketing or MLM company. Now, we understand because of the setup and because of the model that sometimes people will group it into network marketing. I get it. And some of the things are transferable, but not all the things are. Here's why, right? Because you're not going to use the same language with someone that's a real estate investor, someone that is a person who purchases property, who's been involved in real estate, who wants to take advantage of this new era of real estate that's being ushered in by tokenization. There's some people you need to change your language with. You wondering why the conversion is not there because you talking network marketing language to them. How many of y'all feeling me right now? If you're feeling me right now, let me see the hearts and hundreds. You got to change your language with some people to reach a different audience, to reach a different demographic. Stop talking that same language to them. Stop talking like like this. As a matter of fact, the first thing I bring up is not even the fact that we have an agent program. You guys will notice in my presentation, I spend 90% of my time talking about the new era of real estate and how we earn passive income through the tokenization of real estate. 90% of my presentation is that. Why? That's a strategic point because I want somebody that gets on this call to see that we're not just trying to sell them on another opportunity. I'm not just trying to sell you on another opportunity. That's not even the greatest part of what we have. The greatest part of what we have is that you get to participate in the tokenization of real estate. So when I come and I talk to somebody, I'm saying, hey, look, what do you do? I share with people, right? And look, when people come in that conversation, they ask me, "Hey, what do you do now? What you up to now, Anthony?" Well, you know what? My latest thing that I've been involved in is tokenized real estate because I love what it's doing to the whole real estate space and allowing the average everyday person to participate. What? Okay, well, what do you mean by that? I'm like, man, look, you haven't seen what's going on? Did you see what Larry Fink from BlackRock said? Did you see what Donald Trump just did? Did you see that his new hotel in the Maldives was going to be a tokenized real estate project? See, most people, and then they'll be like, "No, I didn't hear that," or they say, "Yeah, I did hear about that." Whichever their answer is, guys, I'm teaching right now. Take notes, right? Whatever their answer is, I'm saying, yeah, that's what I help people with because most people don't even know how to get involved or get started. What? Yeah. So now because of tokenization, you can actually own a fractional share of a major property like that and earn passive income on a daily basis. What? Yeah. You can literally do that. What man, and what I'm doing now is just helping people, figure out how to do it, right? Helping people get acclimated with doing it and bringing them on board and helping them on board. As a matter of fact, I want to show you something because we got a property that we just launched that's in Miami. Man, have you ever been to Brickell area? This is the conversations I'm having, right? You ever been to the Brickell area? Yeah, I mean, I know where Brickell is. All right, we got and we actually got a beautiful apartment there that you can actually own a share of. So what if I told you like you could take $1,000 and own a share of that property, and it's going to bring you consistent passive income on a daily basis? Would you want to know about it? Yes, I would want to know about it. I want to know how I could get involved. He said, but this is literally conversations I had. I should have put the screenshots up. We got off of a yacht mastermind with the gentleman, right? We got off the yacht. We were on the dock, and he was like, man, we were talking. He was like, man, I heard you say that you do tokenized real estate. What's that about? He said, because I'm in this space right now where I'm trying to look for some assets investments to get into, but I just don't know where to go. Well, yeah, I said, you definitely need to look at tokenization. This is where all the high net worth investors are going, right? And man, did you know that 67% of high net worth investors are already involved in tokenization? Man, he was like, look, we gotta talk. Yeah, man. I want to help you because I don't want you to miss out on this. So look, let me get you on my calendar. Let's talk it only take me 15, 30 minutes. I can show it to you. How many of you all think that's an effective way to talk? How many of you all can see the power in talking about that? Right? About talking about the passive income opportunity. I lead with that. If you don't see what we have as a passive income opportunity, as a way for you to get into real estate, and as a way for you to earn income, then the agent opportunity does not make sense for you. There's no need for me to talk to you about the agent opportunity. I need you to understand and be passionate about our opportunity through tokenization. I go with that method first. I do. You can ask anybody that knows me to this. Majority of what I do is attraction marketing. My wife calls me the king of attraction marketing, and because she's my wife, I got to agree with her, right? So look, but look, here's why I say that this is powerful for me because, and I'm not saying that you don't have to do this. I rarely ever reach out to anybody. Rarely ever have I contacted anybody proactively about this. But I talk to people on a daily basis. You're probably saying, Anthony, how do you do that? I'm talking to people all day, every day. How do I do that? Because most people have seen something from me or heard something from me or something like that, and they've reached out to me. How many of you all want people reaching out to you instead of you having to reach out to everybody? How many of you all want to become the hunted instead of always being the hunter? If you want that, right? Like, look, there you go. I see it. I see it. Look, here's what I want to tell you. Here's how you do that, guys. It sounds simplistic, but become a person of value. That's it. You got to become a person of value, and you're always putting value out there. You want to put out value so much that what happens is people see you as a person that's trying to get something to them instead of trying to get something from them. Because most network marketers ruin their reputation because when people see them coming, they say, "Oh my God, what did you want now?" Here they come with another thing. You know how I avoid that? Because you're rarely going to ever see my name pop up in your inbox for me trying to pitch you something, right? You see my name, I'm actually coming to add value. When I reach out to you, I'm expressing gratitude. Hey man, I just saw that post that you posted, man. That was motivational. It was really inspirational. I love that. Love what you just did, man. Keep up the good work. When I do that, guess what? It's almost impossible for me not to have a conversation with that person. You want to know the easiest conversation to have with somebody? Just genuinely offer value. Don't do it. Don't be sleazy, slimy, none of that. Look, I reach out this. I see something. I genuinely care. Somebody achieved. I have people on my friends list on Facebook and everything who have achieved that they're in other companies and they achieve success. Somebody hit $100,000 ring. I had someone that I knew recently that hit $100,000 ring, right, in their company. And so I reached out to him and said, "Hey, bro, you just hit the $100,000 ring. Congratulations. You killing it. You crushing it, bro. Man, I love it. I love to see when our people reach success." They're like, "Hey, yeah, man, you know what? I just been doing my thing. You know how I do it and all this other stuff." And then here's what the thing. Guess what happens? Majority of the time, man, I see you doing your thing too. I've been meaning to reach out to you about what you're doing. Yeah, man, I love what I'm doing too, man. It's absolutely crazy. It's going crazy. We got so much momentum right now. But what we're doing is just helping people take advantage of tokenized real estate, helping them earn passive income like they've never been able to do before, right? So, man, that's what I'm just excited about, and that's what I've been helping people with. Right? Boom. Guess what happens? Majority of the time, hey, I need to know more about that. I didn't come to try to recruit them. I didn't do that. You know what? I intentionally came and become a person of value. Now what happens? They pay attention to my posts. Is this helping somebody? If this is helping, as a matter of fact, let me see. Let me make sure. I think we weeded out all the other people, right? All the crazies. I think we weeded out all the crazy. If not, I'll shut it back down. But if we weeded out all the crazy, if this is helping somebody, drop 777 in the chat. Drop 777 in the chat. If the crazy show up, I promise I'll shut it back down. But drop 777 in the chat for me right now. Right? There you go. I see the 777s coming in. You guys are phenomenal. Awesome. Awesome. I see the 777s coming in. All right. So I want to just get this is the same thing I want you guys to know. When I do this agent accelerator, I study for this, I get ready for this, I prepare for this so that I can give you all as much value as I can. I come to deliver from my heart on this, right? So I want you guys to get this information. This is why I actually do this, right? And so that is so important for me. Right now, here's the other thing, guys. Don't be afraid to create content. I think somebody's asking about the Zoom in Spanish. I had to work on that. Not right now. It's not in Spanish. That's what I'm taking from that right now. But not right now. That's what I'm working. But we'll work on that too. All right. So what I'm telling you here is that you have to be willing to put out content. Now, if you don't want to put out content, yeah, go out and reach out to everybody. Right? That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be that one that go out and do it. But if you're being willing to put out content, right? Now, let's talk about putting out content. I want you guys to get this. With content, it's simple, guys. It's simple. With your content, you need to when you put out content, what you want to put out is content that is educational. This is what content works. Educational, inspirational, or entertaining. We're going to keep it at that three. The content that works is educational, inspirational, or entertaining. Write that in your notes. If you're taking notes right now, write it in your notes. Most other methods of content don't work. Oh, I'm just going to be honest with you. How do I know? My wife, you can let Trading Pro in. I think that's one of our people. So you can let Trading Pro in. So this is what I want you guys to understand. Right? If you create educational content, you don't have to be direct with the education. Don't come in. Look, this is what people are tired of. Let me show you 3 ways to do this. Let me show you 3 ways to do that. Here's where you get really good when you can make your content educational, entertaining, and inspirational all at once. Educational, inspirational, and entertaining all at once. You know what's been powerful for me? Y'all saw my Facebook, right? Did y'all see my Facebook? Y'all saw my did y'all see that I recently put out a post? I don't even know. And here's what I want to tell you guys. Look, don't let the numbers throw you off. Somebody said, are the programs going to be on the site? What do you mean with that? And I'm gonna answer questions at the end. That just didn't. All right. But here's what I want you guys. I want you guys to see. I'm gonna share my screen really quick. Let me make sure I cover any private information. But I'm gonna share my screen really quick so that you guys can see this. See, I'm one that I'm gonna share my results more than anything else. I'm gonna share what I'm really doing. See, I've been in opportunities where leaders show what they show theory and concept, but they didn't show what they were really doing. What? But I actually get in and I show you guys what's really going on. I'm gonna show you the real deal, right? So here's what we have. I show this. This is the post I just put up. Celebrating my leaders. Now, I'm genuinely celebrating the leaders on my team for what they're doing. But if you go and look at this post, guys, this post is not only inspirational, this post is also what? This post is also educational. How? I just do a little bit. It's very light. And not only this, it's also showing results. If somebody was wondering if what I was doing was working, they already see it through this. And I ain't got to say, hey, come join me because this is good. This is the best. This is the wonderful. This is all this. No, I'm going to show you it's wonderful. I'm going to show you it's the best. I'm going to show you, right? And so this is a way that I do this. I'm genuinely celebrating my leaders. I came up with this incredible post here and I did this. What we have. 16, what, 18 people already. I posted this right before the call. We got 18 people, 8 comments. Guess what? People are going to reach out to me from this. I already know. People are going to reach out to me. Hey, look, man, I see you doing that thing. I've been watching. I've been seeing what's going on, man. Y'all doing the thing over there. How do I get involved? How do I check this out? Right? Like, what do I need to do? There's when people. There's going to be people that do that. Let me go in. I'm just showing you from example right here. I'm going to lead by example. Look, here's I'm going to tell y'all about setting up your page. This is one other thing. I set up my page. Look, this right here. This is a picture from me speaking. What's on? I want to ask you guys. I'm not going to go to your page, but what is at the cover? What is the cover photo of your page? What does it say about you? I'm just doing Facebook right now. We can go to other things, but Facebook right now. What does it say about you? If you look, I want y'all to be honest with me. If this cover photo, if it says leader to you in some capacity, you may not even know how, but if this says leader, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. Who thinks this says leader, right? Why else? Leader or speaker, right? Why else would this guy be standing in front of these people? They holding up 4. I don't know what 4 means, but they're holding up 4. They're happy. They're smiling. They're excited. And this guy is up front in front of them. Maybe I need to listen to him. Right? Now, when you go in and you look at my page, right? You go in and look at the things here. Oh, let me see what post. He posted this one. That was pretty cool, right? Oh, he posted it up. I can't stop until everybody around me is rich and wealthy. If you're evaluating my page, you evaluating me by the content that I post. In the last 23 days of 2025, God is going to shift some things in your life. I want people to know I'm a believer. If you look, and it repels who it needs to repel. That's the other thing. It attracts who it needs to attract, but it will also repel who it needs to repel. Y'all will catch that, right? What else have I posted? More moments of me speaking, more moments. If somebody's been on my presentation, they heard about me being at the bank. Now they get to see a picture of me teaching when I was at the bank and also what I'm doing now. It fortifies what I'm doing. It only takes one big win to change your life. Here's another thing that is inspirational. Here's another one, right? I really give from my heart every time I'm in front of this camera. It shows me in action. Big shout out to my wife for being my camera person that day and making sure. I didn't even ask her to do it. She came over. She was like, "You in your zone," and she started taking pictures, right? And I was grateful for that because it documents the process. Y'all don't know how many times I'm actually behind this camera in front of these lights, and I'm putting in work. Here's the thing, guys. That wasn't even a public call. That was a private call. This is the work that people don't see behind the scenes, but I give them a little glimpse into what I'm doing. Right? No one celebrates your discipline. Right? This is a post that even what I share, the post that I shared. Here's a post that I was tagged into. Here's another thing I want to tell you guys. Look, I love everybody. Right? I love everybody. All that other stuff. Do not let everything people tag you in hit your page. I want y'all, look, I need y'all to do that right now. Anything else, if you on Facebook, if you on stuff, do not let everything people tag you in hit your page. If you're gonna do that, if you promise me you're gonna set it up so that it catches those tags before they hit your page, I need y'all to drop a 2 in the chat. Y'all don't do nothing else. Let me tell you, drop a 2 in the chat. Why? Because your page will become a billboard for somebody else and whatever their agenda is. I don't want that. I want when people come to my page that is clear, that it aligns with my vision and with the message that I'm projecting. If it does not align with that, or if it's just it causes clutter, I don't let it hit my page. So I want y'all to set up that filter for the tags that hit your page. I'm teaching better. Do you know people pay thousands? As a matter of fact, I paid thousands of dollars to get this type of training. Look, I'm giving it to you for free. Agent Accelerator, right? Here's the next thing. Post, find stuff right here that you can share. Share it with. Here's one of the things that I want you guys to get to. It doesn't always have to be you creating something brand new. A lot of your content can be your perspective that you share on something somebody else has shared, or something that you've seen or found online that inspired, educated, or entertained you. Just add your perspective to it. That's the word of social media that we in. So if I see somebody else's post, I don't necessarily copy it, right? But what I do is I say, look, I'm gonna share this post. And when I go in and share this post, here's my look, I added my unpopular opinion to this post that I found. I didn't do this, but I found it. I thought it was unique. So I said, look, let me add my stuff to it. Now it gets to be a part of my voice, right? Now, here's the other thing. Once again, celebrating others' success. SOS. I mean, COS. I'm sorry, not SOS. Look, celebrating others' success. Here's what I want you guys to understand. If you celebrate others' success, it automatically makes you more attractive. You become an attractive character. Can I give y'all a book recommendation? Is it around here? It's not around here. Here's a book recommendation. I'm not saying you're going to do this, but you can learn so much from this book, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. One of the greatest business books that I have read. Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Go through there. There's a chapter on how to create a mass movement. There's a chapter in there on how to create a mass movement. It goes through everything that you need to know. Guys, if you haven't how many people read that book, by the way? If you read that book, let me drop a 3 in the chat if you read that book. One of the best books I've seen. One of the best books. It helped me so much. Oh, it got me all the way together. I'm trying to find my other book. I can't find it now. It's probably upstairs. But here's the other book. Boss Moves by Myron Golden. Incredible book, right? So I'm just giving y'all some book resources that you can use also. Boss Moves by Myron Golden. Incredible book. That's business optimization success secrets from a millionaire roundtable. Business optimization success secrets from a millionaire roundtable. All right. Celebrate other people's success. If you want to be more interesting, become more interested. If you want to look, this is the problem with people trying to become interesting, is because they're trying to be interesting. What? Most people's problem is that they're in any environment, they're trying to be interesting. That's why they're not interesting. The way you become more interesting is being more interested in other people. I'm more interested. Hey man, how you do that? Hey man, look, I seen you done that, man. Like how many people reached out to somebody and said, look, you know what? What was the thing? What would you say is the number one thing to help you achieve the level of success that you just have? Oh, that's another thing. Guess who I'm reaching out to a lot? People who are successful. I'm reaching out to people who are busy, people who are doing things, people who are out there. I'm reaching out to other leaders because I'm a leader, right? So I'm reaching out to other leaders. Hey, man, I love your success, man. Like what you're doing. Love to see people in that mode, in that zone, man. What would you say is the biggest thing that contributed to your success? Or what did you do different this time? What do you think was the shift? Right? I'm just using my page as an example. Say it with me. God wants you to have supernatural wealth. Let's get inspirational. Right? I celebrated my son's birthday right there. We got that going on. Now, this is also important because you're always building the know, like, and trust factor. right? Since you're building a know, like, and trust factor, they want you don't have to tell everybody everything in your life. Especially don't like everybody goes through bad days, everybody goes through stuff that happens in their life. Do not spill that stuff on people, right? Let them get to know you through things like this. Celebrations of birthdays. I tell people here's one of my things that get me a conversation with most people. I got 7 kids. I know. Look, I got in. I bonded with Charles because he taught me. He said I got 10. Hold on. Do you guys know how many conversations it opened up for me because I'm talking to people and I'm like, I got 7 kids. Charles got 10. But here's another thing you want to know about me, right? I remembered that he got 10 kids. How many people are remembering things about those contacts? Be intentional about that. When you meet somebody, take notes. If you know you and look, if you know you got a short memory, take notes. We might need to write it down. I just met this gentleman today. He got 10 kids. I met this gentleman today. He's buying a house. I met this gentleman today. He's doing this, he's doing that. When you do that, guys, this is what happens. You're going to start being able to build relationships with people. Once again, look, I don't have to talk about, look, here's another thing. I talk about results. So far today, 10 clients have made the wise decision to buy income producing assets instead of traditional income reducing liabilities. Here's why this is popular. Like this is good. I show results, but here's what I don't have to do. And this is one of the things I don't suggest suggested you do. Don't just lead with your money. I just gave somebody. Don't just lead with your money. First of all, I know from experience that's going to attract the wrong people. You're going to attract the people who want some of it. You're going to have some people ask, hey, man, you know what? I got this electric bill coming up next week. I just saw you made $100,000. Can you let a brother hold something? Here's what else comes. Let me tell you what can I get? We're going to have a little fun, right? Y'all don't, right? When somebody approach you and the first thing they say is, what's up, big money? You might as well get ready. Like they'll be like, hey, what's going on, big money? Right? I know. I already see it coming. Like, hey, man, look, you know they coming because they want something. So I learned before man, when I was having success and stuff like that, I used to post, man, I just got a $10,000 deposit today. And the next day I'm like, I got this $20,000 deposit today. And the next day I got this whatever today. And then I was getting the wrong requests. They weren't requesting information about the opportunity, which you would think that's what they would do, right? But here's the problem, guys. Most people want what's in your hand and not what's in your head. You got to be wary of the people who only want what's in your hand and they don't want what's in your head. See, a lot of people, they will see you making money and they say, look, give me some, but they won't ask for the mindset, the knowledge and things that allow them to achieve the same type of success. So now what I do is I want to attract the people who get attracted to the results that are not just my financial results. I want to attract to the people who like success, who like winning, who like to see other people winning. That's why I attract them. It's like, oh man, you just did 10 sales today. Yeah. Or you just did this, or you just accomplished that, or you do whatever. This is cool. And don't worry. Like here's the other thing, right? That I want you guys to get. That you can still show that you're successful, but that's content for that. If you want to know what type of content that is, you go look at my wife's page. You can create content. I ain't got to tell you that I'm getting to the bag, but there will be signs. Woo, that's a different level. There will be signs. Right? So now when they see you out at lunch during the middle of the day eating what you want, when they see you out with your family doing this and doing that, when they see you all this, and that stuff is necessary. There's a lot of people who are against lifestyle marketing, and I don't call it lifestyle marketing. Here's what I tell people, right? Some people don't get the picture unless the flash is on. right? That's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Some people not gonna get the picture if they don't see some signs of success. So you got to show them something, right? But you don't have to go in and be like, I made $100,000 this month. Don't tell them that. Like my wife said, she turned the flash on in the soft way. You showing that you live the soft lifestyle. I'm living. I'm doing it. You can't live the soft lifestyle without some money, right? So this is how we do it. I went way deeper than I thought I was going to do with that. But if you guys are getting it, man, if you guys are enjoying this, drop a 777 in the chat, right? And I'm just teaching from what I'm doing, right? And this is what's getting results, guys. I promise you. Most people won't tell you exactly what's getting results. They go back to a cookie cutter framework that they learned 7 years ago. No, I tell you exactly what's working right now. So if it's not working, I'll tell you that too. I'll be like, hey, that don't work for me, right? A little bit of entertainment here, right? This is a little entertaining post that Thanksgiving food reached the end of its life cycle this morning at 12:01. Go eat a burger or something. Likability. I do believe in the know, like, and trust factor. People should know, like, and trust you, right? They should, from your page, they should feel like they know, like, and can trust you. Another moment of humor here for me. You got to watch those Instacart shoppers. They'll replace a loaf of bread with some muffins, right? Just a little humor. People know that you're a real person. Do not turn your page into a billboard, right? For your opportunity. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. How many people, besides the recognition, see me spamming E-Estate all over my page? I love E-Estate. I'm not hiding it. I'm not hiding it. But what I want you guys to understand is you don't want to become the slimy, salesy person, right? Be a real person. If somebody worked, if you were as an executive, like when I was an executive at the bank, I didn't put PNC. Oh, I shouldn't have said the bank that I was with, but anyway, I only don't do that during presentations. But I didn't put the bank's name all over my page either. Why? Here's another reason. Okay, we're moving on forward. Here's another reason why, guys. Because more than you build the business, you should be building your brand. Charles got it. More than you are building the business, you're building your brand. What? While I was in other opportunities and people were building the business, which is a great thing, I was in other opportunities people were building the business. I was building a brand. I was building a brand. What? This is a different. And so there are some people who got involved with the opportunity, and then whatever, they left the opportunity or the opportunity left them. It happens both ways, right? So either they left the opportunity or the opportunity left them, right? And then what happened? They were gone. They were out of the game. It was over for them. They had to build from the bottom all the way over again. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with building from the bottom, but here's what I want to tell you is that you have to build a brand. And when you build a brand, you can actually, people follow you because of who you are. You built yourself as a brand. And now I'm not identified just by an opportunity. I'm identified by my mission, my purpose, and my vision. Can I get your vision so ingrained that you roll it off your tongue like clockwork. Somebody asked me, hey, what's your mission, your vision, your purpose for your life? I have it in a statement. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm positively impacting the lives of 10 million people around the world, spiritually, physically, and financially through my video appearances, my speaking engagements, and my various business ventures. Can y'all tell that this is in me? Right? This is not, I know what I'm doing. When I get an opportunity, does it line up with that? If it doesn't, I don't want it. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm positively impacting the lives of 10 million people. Can you guys see? And this is the thing that other people need to see. You guys are a part of this vision right now. Do you have here's a question. Do you have a vision that's big enough for other people to be involved in it? That it can not only encompass your vision, but it can encompass somebody else's vision. And I don't mean just because this showed up. Remember, I told you guys, if y'all look at my screen, just because this showed up, I don't mean to put her name out there, but it's a private call. But you see what happened. Do y'all see? I just told y'all that was what was going to happen, right? Good evening. I'd like to get some information on how I can invest some money to make some money. I don't reach out to people, they reach out to me. Do y'all, if man, this is proof in the pudding right here. If this is working, look, if this is working something in your brain right now, let me see those ones. Let me see some ones in the chat. This is what happens all day, every day. This is what's working, guys. I'm not telling you this is what's working out of theory. I'm not telling you because I've read this, because somebody told me this. I'm telling you what's working right now. All right. Now, here's the other thing. This is just I just did a whole class just on Facebook. We didn't even touch YouTube. We didn't even touch YouTube. Here's what you're gonna. So I did the first principle is the C, which was the first C was content. So you gotta start putting out content, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever you use, YouTube, whatever, right? Put out some content. You need to be putting out content. That content needs to be entertaining, educational, or inspirational, right? Now, here's the next thing, right? You need to start building what? Community. Hold on. Start building community. If you are not building community, you probably saying, Anthony, is this all lining up with what you're talking about with these sales and taking advantage of the promo? Absolutely. What I want to build community. Can I tell y'all an evolution? Here's the evolution, right? And these are things that I've learned and that I've used and that helped me, right? What you need to do, right, is once somebody's interest is peaked. Y'all remember PS3? If you've been in network marketing, you remember PS3. Put PS3. Put PS3 in the chat if you remember PS3. And I'm not against PS3. I'm just going to talk about the evolution of PS3. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Pique their interest, show them some information, do a three-way call. It has evolved. Right? Now, look, I love the fact that we don't have a lot of people that put PS3 in there. You know why? Because that means we got a lot of people that are not traditional network marketers. This is an incredible thing, right? So this is good. So I love when we could go in and we can start with a blank canvas. So for the people who we're starting with a blank canvas with, I'm going to talk to you guys about this. So here's how PS3 has evolved, right? So instead of us doing that, here's what we do. Their interest gets piqued off of content that you've created. All right? So their interest gets piqued off of content that you've created. Once you have created content, here's what happens, and they reach out to you just like she reached out to me. The young lady right there reached out to me. Then what I do is I am going to show you some information. Now, I choose the way that I show you information depending on what's happening currently. Now, and also by the conversation that I have with you. So when I reach back out to you and you say, hey, look, I'm going to invest some money and want to do this. Oh, man, I'm glad, that you reached out to me. I'm going to have a little conversation with them. And from the temperature, I gauge the conversation, whether I want to share a 12-minute overview video or if I want to share a live Zoom presentation. Look, why do I say that? Because everybody you don't treat the same. Stop trying to make people cookie cutter. I know if I'm talking to an executive level leader who's did $8 million, guess what? We probably gonna hop on the phone. I'm probably not gonna send you a 12-minute video. I'm probably gonna be like, hey man, you got a few minutes? We could jump on a call. Let me talk to you. I'm gonna show you some things. If they reached out to, because most of the time I'm in the position that I have posture now because you reached out to me, baby. I ain't reach out to you. I tell people that all the time. I didn't reach out to you. That's probably one or two people on this earth that can say Anthony Deloach ever reached out to them talking about an opportunity. When they got to come back to me, they're going to be like, I'm like, you reached out to me. I'm in a position of posture. So now I'm like, hey, look, you reached out to me. Let's jump on a call. Well, I don't have time for the call. Well, baby, you reached out to me. All right. So this is the thing. Like, look, they reach out to you. I'm gonna decide, but based on my conversation with them and what I learn about them, I'm gonna tailor that response. Whether I send a 12-minute video or if I invite them to a Zoom call, right? Or if I get on a private call with them, I decide which one is best, right? Now, here's the other thing. They used to say three, right? All that means is that you need third-party validation. This is why I tell people learn the framework and the philosophy more than the exact the behind the method that you use. Learn the framework and the philosophy behind the methods so that when the methods evolve, you can evolve with it because the philosophy behind the framework, right? So if I say PS3, all it is you're going to pique their interest. You're going to show them some information, right? That's PS. And then the third party validation, it doesn't have to be you calling me on the phone. Because guess what? Most of you all probably tried and you can't get me on the phone, right? Let's be honest, right? Uh, how many? I laugh about that, but if y'all look, I want to tell you, I actually if you look at my phone, my wife will tell you. If I showed y'all my phone, you would be like, "Oh, I see why you don't answer your phone." I would show. Hold on, just right now. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe y'all can't see that. Y'all can't see that. But I'll tell you, I got 3,275 messages that are unread right now. I'm literally reading this. 3,275 messages unread. And the number of missed calls is 1,076 missed calls. And then people ask me like, "Hey, why you ain't answer the call?" It was 18 of them that came in at the same time. I couldn't get them, right? I couldn't get it. So what I started doing is I put my phone on do not disturb because otherwise I won't get any work done, right? And so that's what I do. But the reason why I point that out is because that third party validation may not be a three-way call anymore. Because I want all y'all to be honest. I don't care if you a leader or not. If getting on the phone with somebody is not your favorite thing in the world, drop a 3 in the chat for me. I want y'all to be honest with the people. If getting on the phone with somebody one on one is not your favorite thing in the world, drop a 3 in the chat for me, right? Not that we don't like people, right? But getting on the phone is not okay. So we all got that, right? So what do? You need third party validation. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity for you to have a group for them to get in. What? Yep. Charles got 10 kids. I got 7. Sometimes it's just not the right time, right? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. But it's a perfect opportunity for you to drop them in a group. Now, if you don't have one that you prefer dropping them in, we got a lot of groups, right? But I understand how groups are. Groups can be annoying, or they could be an advantage, or they could be annoying. Both of them. I know, I understand. But if you will do this, you can create a group. Put your leader in it. Put one leader, just your leader, your direct leader, or somebody else that you are confident with. Ask them, say, "Hey, look, I'm creating a group for the people that I'm bringing in. Would you mind being in this group with me? Just in case they have questions, maybe you could drop in with an answer or give some inspiration, on an occasion." So you tell them, "Hey, look, I'm gonna add you to my private group." What? I just gave y'all a game plan. I'm gonna add you to my private group where it's just leaders and people talking about this particular subject, right? And so you add somebody to a private group, they could get some third party validation that it's not just you. Now, if there's bigger groups that you are involved in that you are comfortable with, add them to those groups. That'll be the third party validation for you. It's evolved, guys. You trying to get somebody on a three-way call now, it's like, woo, man, you try to call somebody, you pique somebody interest, you probably turn them off more than anything else. Say, hey man, look, I know you just saw the information. Let me get you on the phone with my guy such and such so that he could. They're like, hey, you know what? I was interested, but I'm not anymore. It's hard now. It's just that things change and people change, right? And so when things evolve, we got to evolve and move with the times, right? And I'm not saying that it doesn't work all together. It's just that you got to realize how things have moved, right? So that's the thing. But that's the evolution. So you create content that will pique people's interest and have them reach out to you, right? Or have them interested in your stuff. You choose your outreach method if you do decide to outreach. But once you get back with them, you know, when they message you or when you get in contact with them, then what you do is you're going to show them some information. Choose the type of information you're going to show. It's typically going to be a short video, a Zoom call, or a private call. That's typically going to be how you show them information. Write that down: a short video, a Zoom call, or a private call. Here's what I don't want you guys to do. It's probably not the most effective thing. The first thing, don't send them a 1 hour presentation for the first thing you send them. Can y'all promise me you're not going to do that? Drop a 5 in the chat if you promise me you're not going to do that. Somebody reach out to you, say, hey man, I want to learn about this, and you drop that 1 hour presentation in it, you might as well cancel that right there. Exactly. I know for me, I'm tuning it out. Somebody say, hey man, I want you to check out this thing. You send me a 1 hour presentation. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not even really that interested. Not right now. I'm not that invested enough. But if you jump on, if you show me a short video first, or if you jump on a call with me, or if you get me on a Zoom, people will stay on a Zoom meeting. Why? Because the Zoom is live, it's interactive, it's going. People will do it on the Zoom, but not a recording of a 1 hour Zoom. It's mentality, guys. You got to change that mindset. Yeah, Rich said I had to learn the hard way. Yeah, I totally I understand. You gotta, there you go. 5 minutes, 12 minutes, right? There you go. This is it. I always say this, right? Like, look, that good time frame is anything. If you have a sizzle video, which the company has a 4 minute video, you guys know that, right? So the company has a 4 minute video that you can send to people. It's actually a pretty good video. But if you don't send that one, I have a 12 minute video. So you want 5 minutes, 12 minutes. You want those things that are going to get people the information. Okay, here's another thing. If you do get your leader to schedule a call with somebody, right? And your leader jumps on the call. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're gonna jump on a call. Please don't let that person know absolutely nothing, right? The leader got to be like, well, I got to tell you, you got to start from the very beginning. Like, hey, well, you just told them to get on the phone, right? And then you like, the leader comes on and they're like, what do you want me to cover? Everything. Like, I want you, like, I don't, they don't know nothing, right? Give them at least a little bit of information so they know exactly what they're getting on the call for, right? Make sure you do that. So that is an important thing. Oh, here's a little a tidbit too. While I was talking about that, I know you guys are talking about leaders. I had this conversation with one of my other leaders, right? I want you guys to understand that you have the $1 billion opportunity. You have the $1 billion opportunity. You are probably the first person that introduced this to them. You are their gateway to this opportunity. Treat it as such. Most people say, well, I got, they get this thing, and I understand what it is. They get the thing, they're like, hey, I got this leader, man. I know this guy. He's an 8-figure earner, and he's done this, and he's done that, and he's done this, and they get nervous, they psych themselves out. Remember, you have a $1 billion opportunity that you're giving them the gateway to that they don't have out access to besides of you. So when you go on there, still have your posture. When you go on there, still realize that they're human beings just like you. Still give them the same. You give them respect, right? But you want to make sure that you show up in the right way. Too many people show up and they show up less than they need to because they feel like that person is the authority. Is that making sense to you? Right? I want you guys to show up. I got $1 billion opportunity. There's rarely any other way that you're gonna make money the way we make money through e-estate. We literally have the fastest and the easiest way to passive cash flow in real estate. So that present when I know that for a fact, when I talk to somebody, I'm talking with that. I talk with the fact that we're already successful. We're already in massive momentum. We're already attracting top leaders. What does that mean? I can stand 10 toes down strong in front of anybody. And I have. They be like, hey, well, I don't, whatever. Hey, don't throw your weight around with me. I didn't, once again, let me go back to it. I didn't choose to get on the zone with you. You chose to get on the zone with me. I don't know, whatever. Like, and here's another thing for leaders. I will tell you this. If you're getting people on the Zoom with me, don't expect me to convince them. I don't convince or persuade anybody. Answer questions and provide clarity. I answer questions and provide clarity. So if somebody think they're gonna get on the thing and with me and they'll be like, hey, well, this person don't want to do it. Don't put them on me. You know what I'm gonna tell them? Don't do it. Somebody gonna be mad at me because they put me on a call with somebody and they're like, hey, such and such, they like, they don't think this, they don't think it's real. Like, hey, you know what? When I'm gonna get on the phone with you, and they'll be like, man, he was telling me about this, but I don't think it's real. All right, cool. But if you don't have to believe, I don't think you should do it. It's probably not right for you if you don't believe in it, right? Well, I was trying to decide if I was going to do this or I was going to do something else. You should probably do the other thing. Now, some people are like, Anthony, that's crazy, right? You know what? I want them to take their insecurity somewhere else. Somebody gonna get this, right? I want them to take their insecurities somewhere else. What do I mean? Take your insecurities over there with them because you're not gonna build anything with that type of insecurity. When you confident and ready to make something work, when you confident and you're ready to join a winning team, come talk to me and I'm gonna help you win. Not only am I gonna show you how to win, I'm gonna help you win. And that's when you're ready to win. But if you're not ready for it, then I can't help you. If I gotta drag you in, then I gotta drag you around, and I ain't into dragging nobody. All right. So that's just my little talk right there. Right. So that's just what I'm talking about with that. But hopefully you guys, that part, you will understand that. Right. Now I had let me get my other thing. I had something else. How can someone new take your latest post and make it work for them? That's good. So that's a good question right there. I love it. So my latest post right here, um, what is this? All right. So my latest post, this one right here. You can even take this one. You can share this post. You can download, you can save the pictures for these two leaders. Celebrate them. Absolutely. Oh, this is phenomenal. Have y'all I love that we got Chat GPT in here. Chat GPT has entered the building. Let me show y'all. Cause I literally asked my wife earlier today. I said, how do we live without Chat GPT? How do we do this without Chat GPT? And there's other ones. Perplexity, there's Gemini, there's a lot of different platforms. Let me tell you, I use Chat GPT because it's the one that knows me the best. Not saying that all the other ones aren't great. The other ones are great, but I have thoroughly programmed ChatGPT so it knows me like the back, like it knows me better than I know myself sometimes. I hate to say it, right? But ChatGPT knows me and it knows how to speak like me. It knows what is important to me. It knows my objectives. It knows everything, right? So with ChatGPT, you can literally come in and copy and paste my post, right? Like you can. I'm gonna show you. Is it okay if I show you guys? Y'all got time for me to show you? Y'all got time? Let me see the sixes if you got time for me to show you, right? I literally created this with ChatGPT, so it might tell me like, "Hey, I just created this with you, so why are you telling me to create it again?" But so I'm gonna show you guys this. I'm gonna go into ChatGPT. Oh, my computer wants to go slow, but it's all right. We're still gonna work through it. I'm gonna do something different, right? Let me tell you what I'm gonna tell ChatGPT. This is gonna be nice. Help me, right? Check this out. Y'all pay attention, take notes. Help me recreate this post as a template. Y'all bear with me. All right. Help me recreate this post as a template so that anyone on my team can share. Right. So, what I love about ChatGPT is she never tells me no. Right? She never tells me no. So here's a great thing. Team celebration template. Today I get to celebrate a leader who has consistently committed and absolutely locked in since day one. You see how they changed? They changed this to a leader, right? If two people officially achieved, right? They got this. It created a template for this. This means their organization has crossed this. Their team is literally called this. They can literally come in and use this, right? Now, I would say I can actually come back and like, hey, look, let me thank you so much. Who is that that was getting on? Ramford. All right, awesome, awesome. We'll be talking to you in the Wealth Magnet group. Awesome. I'm glad that you were able to get on. All right. Recreate this as a version, right? Um, that is unique. I'm gonna just say this. Just get recreate this as a version that is unique for a beginner to show the company is having success. Oh, look at this. Check this out. So this is ChatGPT tweaked my post. Every day I'm seeing more proof that I'm partnered with the right company. And today is another big example of that. Two leaders in our community just hit a major milestone in E-Estate Agent Level 6, which means their organizations have crossed over $100,000 of qualified digital real estate sales. If y'all think that is pretty cool, let me see the ones in the chat. Let me see some ones in the chat. Is that cool? Someone can literally come in and do this. You can do this with anything. Look, let me show you guys. Here's one. I'm gonna do which one I want to do? It's BlackRock. I'm gonna show this one, right? Y'all see me do this in the presentation, right? This article. Find articles just like this, right? When you find articles like this, then you come in, and I'm gonna do a new chat for this so it doesn't confuse it with that one. I'm gonna do a new chat. Just so. All right. So what I'm gonna ask is mm, mm. Please forgive me if I spell some things wrong. Chat doesn't care, so hopefully you guys don't care either. To pique interest, right? And I spelled that wrong. All right, so I'm just gonna put that out there, and I'm gonna put that headline. I'm gonna drop that headline. Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna use the audio. You guys know I use the audio. I taught on that before too, so I'm gonna show you guys that in just a second. All right, so look, I put that headline in there, right? Here's a post that leans into the headline, sparks curiosity, and naturally points people towards e-estate without feeling hypey, just honest and powerful. BlackRock's Larry Fink and Rob Goldstein say that tokenization could do for finance what early internet did for information. When I read that, I paused because I know exactly what they mean. Most people miss moments like this. They hear a headline and keep scrolling and don't realize the entire financial landscape is shifting right under their feet. Now, here's what I want to tell you guys to do. I use ChatGPT to think with me, not think for me. All right. So I use ChatGPT to think with me, not think for me. So you can take any point, any part of this, and you can actually use this for your benefit. Right? You can even just use this segment right here. This would be beneficial. Most people miss moments like this. They hear a headline, keep scrolling, don't realize the entire financial landscape is shifting right under their feet. This could be individual. The early internet created new industries, new careers, and new millionaires, not because people were lucky, but because they were early and paying attention. Here's another tokenization is that next wave. It's taking the most proven wealth building asset on the planet, real estate, and opening the doors for everyday people to participate in ways they never that were never possible before. Fractional ownership, real time transparency, global access, lower barriers. That's not theory, that's happening right now. I'm grateful to be planted in the middle of an ecosystem where real people, not just institutions, are benefiting from it every single day. If you've been watching me talk about e-estate and wondering why I'm so committed, this is why. Woo. Hopefully you guys see that this is powerful. Now, like this is what Frank was talking about. You can actually talk it. So you don't have to do this, right? Talk it. Hey, I just want, hold on, let me do this. I don't know why I don't want to, but you just click on the dictate. I don't know why my computer doesn't want to do it right now. But the dictate will allow you to talk it in so you can talk in whatever you want to right there. So now it decided to click in to start talking. I guess it does that now, but you could click in and do the dictate and it'll dictate everything that you say so you don't have to type into it. All right. So it's because my computer is going really slow. I got so many apps open right now, and there's a reason why it won't do that. All right, but you see, it dictated everything that I just said in here. So you can actually do dictation. So here's another thing that people don't know about, right? All right, is this part right here. I'm gonna use the voice mode, right? I want you guys to just pay attention really quick. So I'm gonna give you an idea of a way that you can actually do this. Hold on. All right, let me do this. Hey, chat, I just wanted to have a conversation with you really quick, and I wanted to see if you could have a conversation with me that will allow me to discuss e-estate and tokenization that allows you to bring out the best parts about tokenization and why people should be looking into this right now as a way to improve their lives financially and start building wealth. Oh, my computer is going so slow. May not be able to do it. I have to do it a different time. But I can do the voice mode and actually do that, and it'll talk back and forth with me. So when you do that and you allow it to Chat GPT to talk back and forth with you, it can actually have a conversation with you. That way you can get it in your voice. But here's a great idea, guys. You can record the audio of that and put that on YouTube or put that anywhere, right? Like you could do it as a podcast or whatever you want to do. I'm giving you guys a gem right now. You can literally come in and have ChatGPT to have a conversation with you, which will allow you to actually create a different type of content that you can put in front of people. Let me try it one more time because I want to see if I can get this. to go. Hey, chat. I wanted to see if you could have a conversation with me that allow me to talk about e-estate and tokenization that'll bring out the best things that people need to know about why tokenization is so revolutionary and why it's helping everyday people.
Absolutely. Let's dive into it. Think of this like a real conversation where you're sharing the heart of what makes tokenization a game changer. My aim is to keep it grounded and relatable, just like you do. So let's unpack it. What's the one thing you think people are usually surprised to learn about how tokenization is changing the game for everyday folks? Let's start there and build on that.
I think one thing that people need to learn is how tokenization makes the fractional ownership of real estate possible for them so that they can own small pieces of top tier properties in prime locations and start earning passive income in a way that they have never been able to before. And I think more people need to be aware of that.
Absolutely. You're hitting on a key piece of the puzzle right there. And the beauty is, when you break it down for people, it's like a light bulb moment. They realize this isn't just some high level concept, it's a way to get a foot in the door of the real estate world without needing massive capital. So, the big takeaway we want to share is that tokenization is that bridge. It's turning real estate into something you can hold a piece of, even if you're not buying a whole building or having a huge budget. And once people get that, they start to see how it can actually help them build that passive income stream they've always thought was out of reach. We can keep the conversation going like this, just speaking from experience and painting a picture that feels real and doable for them.
That's awesome. Let's keep the conversation going. I want to like two more questions.
Absolutely, let's do it. We'll keep it flowing and natural. Think of it like we're just chatting over coffee. So go ahead and hit me with those next two questions whenever you're ready.
All right. So with tokenization, what is one way that people can maximize their results with the passive income they can earn through a platform like eState?
One big way people can really maximize their results is by reinvesting their returns. And I know that might sound like a simple concept, but it's actually a game changer. Here's why. Every time they earn a little bit of passive income from those fractional real estate holdings, instead of just pulling it out and spending it, they roll it back in. Over time, that means they're gradually increasing how much they own, and as a result, how much they earn. It's that snowball effect of compounding, and it can turn small, steady steps into something really substantial. And the best part? It's all about consistency and mindset. If they approach it with that long-term vision, they're going to see that passive income stream grow in a way that's truly sustainable. So it's all about showing them that they can build on what they've started and watch it grow over time.
That's incredible. That's all for now. I was doing this as a demonstration for my Agent Accelerator. So I want you to say hello to everybody on the Agent Accelerator, and then we'll end the chat.
Absolutely. Hey to everyone over at the Agent Accelerator. Just know you're in the right place and you've got all the tools to make big things happen. Keep moving forward, keep believing in the possibilities, and remember that every small step adds up. Thanks for having me be part of this demonstration and wishing you all the best as you go out there and inspire others.
All right. If y'all thought that was incredible right there, right? Like that was amazing. If you've never seen something like that, I just shown you guys something. How many of you all know you need to be taking more advantage of Chat GPT? Y'all thought it was just that simple question and answer thing. Chat GPT is a game changer if you use it for the potential that it has, right? So that is awesome, right? I just wanted to show you guys that right there. But man, we got this unlimited resource right here that we could use. I use it on a daily basis. I'm always thinking about the different ways that I could use Chat GPT to just bring the best out of me as well, right? And to bring the best out of this opportunity. So this is another way that you guys could utilize that, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. But let me do this for the last 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions or something that you would like for me to address on the call, then just let me know. Drop it in the chat. there. Let me know if it's something else that you would like me to cover or something that you have a question on. As always, I try to give as much as I can in these presentations to help you all get to that next level. Anything else? I know I covered so much. Some of y'all probably like, man, this is way too much as it is, right? And I understand I've given a lot today, but I want to see if you guys had any questions. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No question. That's good. I did a good job then, man. So if you guys are excited and you're ready to move forward with excitement and you know you're going to get on that leaderboard and you're going to achieve some next level success, drop 777 in the chat for me. Drop 777 in the chat for me today. This is incredible, guys. I think what you've learned today will not only help you in e-estate, but it'll help you build anything that you need to, right? Um, Charles, I'll send the information over to you. Emily is actually on Telegram and on WhatsApp. So I'll send that information over to you. Yeah, I'm gonna work on this with my wife tonight to get this recording done. My wife is now my executive assistant, so that's which is a great thing. I love this, but so we're gonna work together to get this recording out tonight if possible. We're gonna try to get this recording to everyone tonight. Incredible. But yeah, Charles, I'll send over that information to you for Emily so you can get in contact with her as well. Where do you I post a recording in our e-estate chat in the Telegram group. And Melanie, since I know we just had a message, I'll make sure I send it over to you as well. Good question. Great question. Great question. Awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, this has been another incredible session right here. I get excited every time I get to do these sessions for you guys. But look, we have a presentation coming up tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be covering the actual passive income and the agent opportunity tonight. So you know that 9 p.m. session is where I really let loose, right? So I let loose and I'm able to share information more candidly on the 9 p.m. session. So make sure you guys tune in. We'll put that information out there in the chats as well so that you guys could be on that presentation at 9. Let's have some guests on there. Let's drop some let's make sure that we pack it out. Last time we had like 70 something people I think was on the call. Let's see if we can get to 100 today. Let's see if we can get to 100. Charles had a question. Will we still get credit as usual when we sign up people and they invest? Yes, everything else works the same. They just separately calculating, uh, the power challenge for individuals. So they want everybody individually to be able to do that, right? So that's the right thing. You got it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get out of here. We'll give you a little bit more time back at these. We schedule these for 2 hours until 5 p.m. So we can give you a little bit of time back on this. But I'm glad that everybody enjoyed this and got something from it. Remember, these happen every 2 weeks. So the next one will be in 2 weeks. Okay. So not the next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, right? As long as it's not a holiday or something. So I got to look at the calendar. But yeah, definitely we're doing that. We're having our Christmas, our holiday celebration this Saturday. That's coming up in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you will be, yes, I am the presenter this evening. I am the presenter. So the holiday gathering is this Saturday in Raleigh. If you know somebody in Raleigh, we got like 5 or 6 tickets left. We're feeding people, all that type of stuff. Let me know. Get them to me. If they're a guest, they haven't signed up with e-estate, I'll cover their ticket for them to get the information, right? So I want them to be there. They're gonna get the food and the information. As a matter of fact, what they're going to get, we're having it as a popular restaurant here. So we're just going to do that holiday celebration. They'll be able to get the information about this. If you guys can make it even, make it out to the presentation. We're going to have some fun. There's also going to be some giveaways. You guys know we do good giveaways, right? We do some amazing giveaways. So be ready for that if you come to the holiday celebration. That's going to be Saturday. All right. So once again, guys, you know how I end every one of our presentations, which is I love and care about each and every one of you. And I definitely want to see all of you win. Until the next presentation, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day. And I am out. You guys be blessed.